video, we are going to create first Flask RESTful API. We are going to use VS Code for our IDE, and we are going to refer the main website of Flask RESTful API. So in Google, you just type Flask API, and you can find a first link called Flask RESTful. So this is the main website of the Flask API, RESTful API. And from here you can find all the things like how can you install, how you can quickly start, how you can do all other stuff like parsing output file. All the things I will do step by step. In this video I will basically going to focus on how you can quickly start and install, right? And why I am showing you this instead of directly writing the code. In later time, if you come, you can just refer this website and do the same what I am doing, right? Nobody in the software development or in the data science is going to remember all these things. So basically it's very handy that you know from where you are going to basically refer all this content. So if you click on the install, you will find that what we basically have to do, we have to install the Flask RESTful. Okay, so first make a virtual environment, right? So how you can basically make a virtual environment? For that you basically first you have to install the virtual environment package, and then based on that you have to create a virtual env. If you don't know how you can do that, I have a video for this same topic on my channel, both for the Mac and Windows. You can refer that one, or you can find that particular link on my description and also on the I button. Okay, let's start. pip3 sorry virtual env, and I name that simple env. You can say that here one folder is created, in that one all the things are there. It's basically a virtual environment. You don't have to worry about what other steps are there inside. And then you have to just activate that environment. Right now I'm using base, so instead of base I need to use this environment. How I can do, you can type source and then the path env bin activate. It's not a magic key. You can just expand this thing and you can see environment bin and activate. Now this one is activated. If you want to see what are the package by default its content, so basically pip3 no pip3, and you can see nothing is there. Now let's install something. So first we are going to install the Flask. Pip3 install. Okay, we need to basically use pip, no, sorry. So it's installed. Now if I do the same pip fridge, you can see this all the things are installed. So this is the Flaskman, and other are the basically helping package for the Flask. Now let's go grab this piece of code and just install this one also. Now if now you can do fridge, you can see that RESTful is installed. Okay, just create one file here, name that anything whatever you want, and basically you can refer this one quick start, right? You can say this is the code, right? I can basically copy and paste, but I will not copy and paste. I will go line by line and I will show you how you can do. So basically first we have to import the Flask. and then RESTful. So just go from Flask, oh, Flask, right? And you are using, if you are using VS Code or any good IDE, it will show you the IntelliSearch. Then your life become very easy, right? And see resource. Now API I have to basically import. That both thing is they are importing. So what these things are, right? First we are importing the Flask, which is basically a backbone for this Flask RESTful. Flask RESTful is nothing but a layer on top of the Flask. It's just adding some of the functionality, unique functionality to the Flask application, the default what we are building for the like web application, the Flask web application, right? It's just adding some of the functionality here, this Flask RESTful. So step is first we have to import, then second step basically is have to that we have to say that where you are going to look this Flask, right? And the same thing is happening here, app Flask name. So this saying that okay, just see the constructor and based on that do all the work. For now you don't have to worry about what are the internals are there. I will going to tell you in later phases that how internally it's working. Okay, and then so this you have basically created a app of the Flask. It just app is holding the instance of Flask, and then you have to register this API with the app, right? So what I will do, API is equal to API app. So now you have one instance for Flask and one object for the API, right? After that what you have to do, you basically have to create a class. So in the RESTful, what do you mean by class? So class basically this is like a controller. If you know the MVC, if you don't know MVC, no worry. Like say that you want to do anything related to like uh, say that you want to get a data for all the cricket players, right? So you can basically now name that class cricket, and inside that you can basically go and write the actions like get, post, put, all the actions you can write, right? So we are going to just make first our first first app, okay? And then you have to pass this resource, you just importing the resource. And after that we are going to just make one get, okay, and return first app. It's a straightforward. And then what you have to do, you have to specify the routing. When the request come, where request will go, right? What is the URL of the request, and when you hit that URL, where Flask will look for the resource. So API dot add, what is that, add resources, right? I have to depend add resources, and for that I want this first app and my. So whenever it's running, there is one domain, and after that one slash is there. If you basically type the domain or the IP address, it's going to by default call this one. And first of all it will call get, means based on the request. If you are doing a get request, it will go for get. If you are doing post request, it will go for post. Right now just we are working on the get request, so it will work the, it will give you the get one, and then you basically do this thing. This is a standard one in every Python, where you are just running the application, and it will basically run the application until you break. Whenever you do some change, and if you say it will rerun that application. Okay, so here flat Python 3, right? You can see this is the URL. You can copy that URL and go paste here. Okay, some error is coming. Okay, we have done some. Yeah, whenever you are using a class in Python, you have to pass the self. Okay, the same thing. Yeah, if I say C, again it's run, and then if you again type hit this one, it will give you first step. Okay, and anything you can pass, right? You can just basically pass anything like name. Again, if I give you them, see, it's coming. So this is it for this video. In the next video, what I am going to do, I am going to build a small web API related to cricket itself. Okay, and in that one I will put two methods like get and post. If you want, you can try yourself in your home, and then you can come back and see that how I am doing and is this matching with your solution or not. Okay, and it's easy. You can find all the resources here itself. You don't have to worry about and remember anything. Just go and try that one. Try to make a simple API where you have a get and post for a cricket players or cricket data. Okay, or any data you want, but if you take the cricket as example, then it's a good one. Okay, thank you and have a nice day. We will meet in next video.